If you are looking for an antique mirror that is very cheap, it is better to be careful about the price. It may be possible that someone is trying to get rid of it because it is cursed. There are many legends about haunted antiques, but we don't know how true they are. In today's video, I will tell you about one such legend. This story is about an antique mirror. Whoever owned this mirror died within a few weeks. What was so strange about their deaths? Let's find out in today's video. The mirror in question has been in the news before. When it was first found, experts were stunned by the incredible details on it. This mirror dates back to the 17th century, and it cost only $38. Yes, you heard that right. It's an antique mirror worth hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars was sold for just $38 at an auction. But there was one condition. The new owner would have to take it from the storeroom where it was being kept. It had been kept in a storeroom for a long time, because no one wanted to buy it. When the man took the mirror home, he noticed that it was wrapped in newspaper dated December 2004. He cleaned off the mirror and hung it up. But he soon realized that it was not an ordinary mirror. It showed him things that were not actually there. One night he saw his wife's face in the mirror when she was standing behind him. That was not the strangest thing. One morning he went to the bathroom, but when he looked into the mirror, he saw the face of a little girl who lived in the house 100 years ago. It was also strange that the girl's face matched the face of his daughter. His daughter was born after the old-fashioned mirror had already been hanging in the house. All this made the man think that the mirror was cursed. He tried to remove it from the wall, but it was nailed too firmly and would not budge. Then he called a priest. The priest sprinkled holy water on the mirror and said a prayer. But then strange things started to happen around the mirror. Dust started to rise, and the lights flickered. Just then, the mirror fell off the wall and broke into pieces. And when all was said and done, the man found out that his wife was pregnant. A year later, a baby girl was born in that house. Strangely, she looked exactly like the girl who had appeared in the mirror. Now, this is not the end of the story. There are more creepy things to come. When the mirror was removed from the house, strange things started happening to its owner. He started having nightmares. He would see the same little girl in his dreams. He would see her playing in the garden during the day and dancing in the moonlight at night. But then he would wake up and find that everything was dark. No matter what he did, he could not get rid of those dreams. Even after a year, he still saw the girl in his dreams. One day he was walking in the street when he saw a little girl who looked exactly like the girl from his dreams. He couldn't believe his eyes. He thought he had finally seen her. But when he turned around, she was gone. Now let's go back to the beginning of the story. When the man bought that antique mirror, there was another mirror in the picture. If you look closely at the photo of the two mirrors, you can see that the other mirror looks almost exactly like the main mirror, except that it doesn't show anything. There is nothing behind that mirror, so why did it look the way it did? Haunted mirrors are a common theme in horror movies. Most people believe that if a ghost appears in a mirror, it means that something bad is going to happen to them soon. Some people say that ghosts appear in mirrors to warn us of our impending doom. Some people even say that ghosts use mirrors to communicate with us. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. You should never ignore a ghost that appears in a mirror. Otherwise, you may be inviting disaster into your life. In some cultures, mirrors are considered to be portals to other dimensions. When a person looks into a mirror, they are actually looking into another world. If a ghost appears in a mirror, it means that they are coming from another dimension. Ghosts are often seen as being stuck between two worlds. They are unable to move on to the afterlife, because they are tethered to this world by unfinished business. Sometimes ghosts appear in mirrors because they are trying to get our attention. They may be trying to tell us something or warn us about something. Other times, ghosts appear in mirrors simply because they are lonely. They have been dead for so long that they have forgotten what it is like to interact with living people. So they use mirrors to spy on us and catch a glimpse of life as it is lived today. There are many different ways that ghosts can appear in mirrors. Sometimes they are visible only as a shadow or a silhouette. Other times, they are more solid and can be seen in greater detail. Some ghosts appear in mirrors as full-bodied apparitions, while others appear as translucent figures. No matter how they appear, one thing is certain. A ghost in a mirror is a sign that something otherworldly is afoot. Some people believe that mirrors are portals to other dimensions, and that ghosts are able to use mirrors to travel between dimensions. Others believe that mirrors simply reflect the energy of the objects and people around them, and that ghosts can sometimes be seen in mirrors because they are made up of energy. Whatever the truth may be, there is no denying that mirrors can be a spooky place, especially when there is a ghost involved. But what should you do if you see a ghost in a mirror? First, try to ignore it. If the ghost does not seem to be paying attention to you, it may be best to simply pretend that you didn't see it and move on with your day. However, if the ghost continues to appear in your mirror, it may be trying to tell you something or warn you about something. If this is the case, you should pay attention to what it is saying. It may be trying to tell you that something bad is about to happen to you or someone you love, or it may be trying to warn you about something you need to be careful of. If you feel that you are in danger, you should take steps to protect yourself. This may mean staying away from certain places or people, or taking precautions to ensure your safety. You should also consider reaching out to a psychic or a medium to see if they can help you understand what the ghost is trying to tell you. No one knows for sure what happens when a person dies. Some people believe that the soul leaves the body and goes to some kind of heaven or hell. Others believe that the soul is reborn into another body after death. Still, others believe that the soul simply ceases to exist after death. Whatever happens to the soul, it is clear that the body is no longer inhabited by the person it once was. When a person dies, their body begins to decay. The organs start to break down, and the skin starts to turn black and blue. After a few days, the body is nothing but a rotting corpse. Some people believe that ghosts are the spirits of people who have died and are still lingering on Earth. They may do this because they are not yet ready to move on to the afterlife, or because they have unfinished business here on Earth. Now let's go back to the story. A couple of decades ago, a man bought a mirror for his home. Little did he know that the mirror was haunted by the spirit of a young girl who had died in his house 100 years ago. The girl's name was Mary, and she had hanged herself in the attic of the house. When the man bought the mirror, he hung it in the hallway of his home. Every time he passed by the mirror, he could see the reflection of a young girl staring back at him. At first, he thought it was his daughter. When he stopped to look more closely, he realized it was not his daughter. It was the ghost of Mary. As the days went by, the man became more and more frightened of the mirror. He started to avoid walking near it. But one day he had to walk through the hallway, and he could not avoid the mirror. As he approached the mirror, he felt a cold breeze on his neck. He turned around, but there was no one behind him. He looked back at the mirror and saw that the ghost of Mary was now standing right in front of him. She was smiling at him and beckoning with her finger. He tried to ignore her, but she would not leave him alone. She followed him around the house, appearing in every mirror and window he passed by. Finally, he could take it no longer. He called a priest and told him about the ghost. The priest came to the house and blessed it. He told the man that the only way to get rid of the ghost was to find out why she was haunting his house and then help her move on. The man didn't want to hear that, just wanted the priest to get rid of the ghost. But the priest refused. He told the man that he would have to do it himself if he wanted the ghost to stop haunting him. With no other options left, the man started to investigate. He went into the attic and found a diary belonging to Mary. As he read her diary, he learned that she had been in love with a man named John. But John had been killed in a war, and Mary could not bear to live without him, so she took her own life. The man felt sorry for Mary, and he wanted to help her move on. He went to the town where John had been killed and found his grave. He then returned home and dug up Mary's grave. He brought her bones to John's grave and buried them together. After he had done this, the ghost of Mary no longer haunted his house. Have you ever seen a ghost in a mirror? Tell me in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.